Francisco 49ers are moving on from linebacker Devondre Campbell, refusing to go into the game during Thursday night's loss.
Devondre Campbell, he didn't play and he went into the locker room at some point.
Yeah, he said he didn't want to play today.
It's looking like the end of the San Francisco 49ers season, man. They dropped to 6-8. Kyle Shanahan looks very upset. You got players that is quitting on the field as well, right? For a team that have heavy expectations going to the season, right? Coming out the NFC and getting back to the Super Bowl, which they were in a year prior as well. The fact that they have been a major disappointment is crazy. And part of the reason why they've been a major disappointment in the Kyle Shanahan era is injuries, right? Starting off the year, Christian McCaffrey was out for like majority of the season with an injury as well. And then when he came back, he got injured again. Brandon Ayuk started off the season inconsistent, and he ended up getting injured again, which forced Deebo to be the wide receiver one. And Deebo as well, right, has been inconsistent, and he's been bad. You know, their tackle's been hurt. So when you're looking at the San Francisco 49ers season, part of the reason why they have been a disappointment, despite them being a top 4 offense in the league, despite them being graded at 8th ranked defense in the league, despite them having the second best coverage defense graded in the NFL, the fact that they are 6-8, this shows y'all that once again in the Kyle Shanahan era, injuries have been a major reason why they're missing the playoffs as well. Now, does Kyle Shanahan, deserve some blame? Absolutely. I think his schemes and the way that he's game planning for a team that has been inconsistent as well, I think that you can give some criticism to Kyle Shanahan. But the thing is that we have to address the elephant in the room. It's Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy, this is a contract year for Brock Purdy. It's been a major, discussion is what are the 49ers going to do with Brock Purdy, right? Is they going to give him $40-something million a year? Is he going to reset the quarterback market as well? Like, what are the 49ers going to do with Brock Purdy? And to be honest, I don't think you should give Brock Purdy $40-50 million a year, man, because I don't think he's a $40 to $50 million a year quarterback. I don't think Brock Purdy should be the quarterback that resets the quarterback market. You know what I'm saying? Brock Purdy to me is, he's a solid quarterback, right? Brock Purdy can throw with anticipation. He can make plays out of structure. He can throw on the run as well. But the thing about Brock Purdy is he struggles under pressure. He's one of the worst quarterbacks graded this season under pressure as well, right? And the inconsistencies in Brock Purdy game. There's games where Brock Purdy looks outstanding, throwing with accuracy. The anticipation is there, making plays out of structure. But then there are other games that he's forcing things that is not there, misreading defenses post-snap as well, right? And just overthrowing throws. This is the thing about Brock Purdy is that, he doesn't have the talent of a top 5 to top 10 quarterbacks in the league. And that's why when you have players like Cam Newton sitting here and say that Brock Purdy is a game manager, which I disagree, and he's not a game changer, which I do agree as well, right? He's not a game changer, right? Those are things that you have to take in question. So if the 49ers, should they draft a quarterback? I absolutely think they should draft a quarterback as well, because if Kyle Shanahan is the play caller and the offensive guru that you sat there and say he is, right, he can turn any quarterback to a solid to good enough level. We have seen it multiple years. He has took Jimmy G to deep postseason runs and went to the Super Bowl as well. He has took average quarterbacks and still be able to propel them to be a top 5 offense in the NFL. Those are the things that we have to talk about when we looking at, the situation in the quarterback. Because at the end of the day, do I think that Brock Purdy played himself into some good money this year? No, he's been inconsistent. Teams against Brock Purdy have been disguising blitzes, disguising coverages that have been confusing Brock Purdy, which leads to his inconsistencies as well, right? He has 9 turnovers this year, which is not that good. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, that is just terrible for Brock Purdy's standard, because we know that Brock Purdy is a solid quarterback. But when you turn over the ball as well, it's been crazy. And honest, Brock Purdy has been dealing with a right shoulder injury as well. So, that is some contextualization for Brock Purdy and the inconsistencies that he's been playing this year. But at the end of the day, man, it just sucks, because at the end of the day, this is supposed to be a contract year for Brock Purdy. And at the end of the day, he's just not performing at levels which the 49ers need him to perform to give this team a chance. He can't change the output of a team despite lacking those things that the team needs. He's not a game changer, right? Brock Purdy's not one of those quarterbacks where he can sit there and still be good and still be great despite having not a good situation behind him, right? So it's just been crazy. Like, the crazy thing about it, Deebo Samuel have been like voicing frustration, sitting there saying he's not getting the ball that much, and saying he don't know what the team is doing as well. And then when we look at him against the Rams, he's dropping key passes, stopping his runner for going down the field, running between the tackles as well, right? He's not being consistent. He's not generating separation, which helps Brock Purdy in the window to be able to throw him open as well. Like, he's just been inconsistent this year, man. And at the end of the day, everybody is expecting Deebo Samuel to play with that consistency, especially when Brandon Ayuk has been out, right? But he hasn't done it. Deebo Samuel's have been bad. He's missed games. He hasn't been really good as well. He hasn't been solid. You know what I'm saying? So he's dropping wide open passes. I mean, he leads his team in drop passes this year. I think he has top 6 to 7 drop percentages in the NFL, right? Like, Deebo Samuel has been terrible. He's been terrible this year, right? So I just don't know what the 49ers are going to do with him. So it's a lot of things that the 49ers have to address going into the season. But I think that when you're looking at this defense, I think the defense from an overall perspective, when they're healthy, they're a solid defensive unit as well, right? Their offense is still top in the league because that's Kyle Shanahan's schemes and his offensive mind. This team just need to get healthy, right? They need to figure out what they're going to do with Brock Purdy. I don't think Brock Purdy should be getting $40 million this year, bro. Heck no. You know what I'm saying? Or they can trade for Sam Darnold, right, and put him on a friendly deal as well, or drafting that quarterback in Allard, right? I think Allard gives him a high ceiling because what he can do out of structure in the arm talent that he has. 6'5" with a rocket of an arm. But at the end of the day, those are my thoughts of the 49ers. It's your boy. I'm out.